In this short video, I'm going to share with you a few strategies to utilise if you run into a plateau with your fat loss. So first things first, why should you actually listen to me? Well, I've been through the exact same thing myself and helped hundreds of people do the same. So I've learned a thing or two over the years. So the first thing I'd ask myself when I hit a plateau is, am I being 100% honest with myself about nutrition? For example, do you let odd snacks and bits and bobs slip through the cracks when tracking? Are you actually weighing your portions exactly or just eyeballing? Another big mistake I see with people when tracking their food is to actually just log things as a serving rather than the exact amount of grams it actually contains. So you could be pouring 100 grams of cereal and logging it as a serving, which could be drastically less than 100 grams. And multiple things like this throughout the week could actually be landing you at maintenance calories, so you'll just maintain your weight, or in a surplus where you're actually going to put on weight. So that's number one, just being super honest with your logging. With my clients, I have them keep a food diary and log daily habits so I can monitor how things are going throughout the week. And then at the end of the week, we do a full nutrition audit and give feedback on how to improve things. This has been great for optimising nutrition quality and figuring out if there's anything we can work on. We done this with online client Sam, and he lost 25 kilos in 6 months. The second thing I'd have a look at is output. So if you have a step target of 8,000 per day but are only getting out for an average of 3,000, you're going to be burning a lot less calories over the week. And not only that, you're going to end up more likely to snack because you're indoors and sedentary, and the likelihood of snacking is way higher in this case. The more you can actually distract yourself by keeping busy and doing stuff, the less you will snack. You ever heard the saying, idle hands are the devil's playground? Well, it's true. The same goes for your gym sessions. If you've based your nutrition targets around being quite active, then skipping workouts will drastically reduce the amount of calories burned across the week. And if you're going to be fairly inactive, you may have to actually reduce your calories further. So I'm not suggesting anyone does this. Stay nice and active. There's so many benefits out with losing weight, but that is a completely other discussion for another video. So with my clients, I set their nutrition targets around how active they're actually going to be and track their workouts and steps through our daily habit tracker to make sure they're actually staying accountable to their goals. And of course, if any adjustments have to be made based on, the changing of life circumstances, we will 100% sort that out so that you always have the right plan to progress no matter what life throws at you. So most people can do pretty well Monday to Thursday, but as soon as the weekend rolls around and they are out of their routine, things go to the dogs. And that's why it's important to be extra vigilant over the weekends and factor in any nights out or social events you might have coming up. You can simply do this by calorie banking and borrowing some calories from other days of the week so that you actually have more to play around with at the weekend. Your weekly calorie target is going to be the thing that affects your weight loss, so as long as you're in a deficit over the whole week, you'll be absolutely fine. You could eat 200 calories less Monday to Friday, for example, and then have an extra 1,000 calories to play about with on the Saturday night. But make sure you get back on track the next day and don't let one higher day throw you into bad habits. But ultimately, you want to make sure you're going into the weekends with the mindset that you're still on this mission and you're going to continue to try your best. A client of mine who has utilised calorie banking very well is Harrison. He's become a pro at saving a few calories here and there so he can have a good few pints with the boys at the weekend while still losing body fat. Other things that are definitely worth mentioning are your sleep and stress management. So if you're finding it hard to stick to the advice above, it may be because you're super fatigued and stressed. Ultimately, getting on top of your sleep and taking care of things that are actually stressing you out are going to make it much easier to follow any kind of exercise and nutrition approach. So try and keep a consistent sleep routine, which alone is going to help your stress levels. And if you're still actually feeling stressed, even with good sleep, then things like spending more time in nature, journaling your thoughts and planning your day can really help reduce overwhelm and offer a lot of mental clarity. So I hope some of these things help, and if you want to work with me one-to-one, then reach out on Instagram and I'll give you the details.